Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. I have with me today Irina Borisov. She's from Ukraine, living in the Netherlands, and we'll be talking about Ukraine, the war, and also ways that she's helping other people in Ukraine and also in the Netherlands, and how you can also help. Irina, thank you so much for joining from the Netherlands. Nice to have you.
Thanks, everyone who joined. Yes.
How are you doing, first of all? How are you feeling? How is your family? What is happening?
No, I'm a strong woman. That's why I'm leader of volunteer center and trying to help Ukrainians, which is still in Ukraine. I already cried a lot, and I'm accept situation a little bit. So now I'm trying not to cry yet to be the speaker. My family, half of my family, I brought here in Netherlands, in Amsterdam, and my father still in Ukraine, near the Kiev, and the husband of my sister near in Ukraine. Yeah. So situation is very difficult, but we already go through a lot of emotions, and now we just hold our spirits and try to help as much as possible. And here in Netherlands, in Amsterdam, I create a volunteer center where is 150 around 150 volunteers working, and we collect humanitarian aid money every day and ship it to Poland and then to Ukraine. And also buy products here and medicine in Netherlands, and something we buy in Poland, and send it directly to Polish volunteer center. So we did a lot. We worked almost from the second day of the war. We start to work, and we help Ukrainians. And also now in Amsterdam, and in the Netherlands as well. Many Ukrainians came to Netherlands, and we try to help them here. But of course, our priority is still Ukrainian cities, because I'm sure that everyone who came here to Netherlands, they're in safe place, and even if it's hard time for them, they will still survive, and in the end, they will feel good here, because Netherlands is very how to say, disciplined country, and if it accepts refugees or people who came from other countries, the Netherlands will provide a good condition and health and working place and accommodation. So I'm very glad for everyone who came to Netherlands, and yeah, I try to arrange transfer for all my Ukrainian friends who still there in Kiev and other cities. So I'm more calm about people who are here, but Ukraine is our priority. And to be honest, 2 weeks after we work 2 weeks, we volunteer is still energetic, and we have all our inner sources and power to help as much as we can. But people around are already tired about helping, and they did something nice, good, donate, bring stuff, and it's very helpful. And so thank you very much. But now we see that people a little bit tired from the suffering, from bad emotions, and we collect much less than before, than in the first 2 weeks. So today I gave also was it a fear. So I talked with people through my Instagram and asked, relax, but don't stop helping. Yeah, because unfortunately in Ukraine we don't know when it stops.
And you mentioned that you also arrange transportation. How do you do that from the Netherlands? Somebody goes to Poland, or how does it work? If somebody else wants to do that, how they can do that?
So basically, we need transport every day because now we without government support. So everything what we do, it's because of our volunteers and people enthusiasts who wants to help. So they donate money or give us their cars. I mean, the vans which can go to Poland and bring goods, and many people even so even here in Netherlands, we have a lot Ukrainians, a lot Russians, which also help. So here we don't feel this fight between us. So because in my volunteer center, many Russians help us, and they can and they provide many sources to help us. Yeah. So we arrange logistic by ourselves. So we just call for people who has contacts with the companies or who has their mini company and companies and can provide us transport, and many international companies which can give us a truck, the big truck, also give us their drivers and transport. So this is everything arranged by us. It's not that we worked in that companies. No, we just ask, and people very kind, and they give it to us. And about transferring people, we as I have Instagram, so I create separate Instagram, and in 7 days it's already collect like more than 1,500 people, and people who lives here, who live in other countries like Germany or Belgium, and also newcomers who came from Ukraine, and if someone writes me that I have a sister in Ukraine and I still looking for a transfer, we if we have some people who go to Poland and then can take them from the border, then we like share contacts, yeah, or we send them chat which is dedicated to only transportation. So it's our side part job. So if we have some request, we always try to give information, or if we have drivers, we give drivers. So it's all very say not spontaneous, yeah. So we
Yeah.
work depending on situation. And there
And
are many companies, for example, Dutch companies that called me and say, "I want to help. What can I do?" And then we just say that we contact them with, for if they have cars, we know that in Poland we have volunteer center, and they can provide refugees which want to go. So
that's
we do.
wonderful that people step up and they try to help. And I know you have a business in Amsterdam, because that's how I found you on Instagram. Did I
Yes,
say on
yeah.
Instagram?
This is
You
my
have a business on
this
In
is my
Amsterdam.
business.
Yeah, right. I'm assuming like, and same for other Ukrainians. Like, you just life stopped for you. Like, you just stopped, and I'm assuming volunteering is majority of the time right now. That's what you're occupied with, correct? And
Uh,
that must be
yes.
extremely difficult.
Um, no, now money is not important anymore.
Right.
So if we survive and we still have something to eat, we are happy with that. So yeah, it's I mean that our values our priorities and our values changed very quickly, and now we don't, I mean that I don't need anymore a lot of clothes or a lot of different things which I needed before. Yeah, so we became an adults very quickly. So I mean that if we was depressed about something, that is not important anymore. So yeah, while my husband think about the money, and it's also issue because we all has some of us has Russian Ukrainian connections, and the business there is like in Ukraine it's stopped at all. In Russian it's also struggling at a lot. So we no, personally me, I think okay, about money I will think later. But and now all people help for free. So no one asks us money for transport or money for volunteering job, and everyone and we find ourselves like in the right place when we can help somehow. So we if I don't do this help, I feel very depressed. And it was in the beginning, yeah, but then I found that I can cry or I can help. So I prefer to help, and I can so my power is to attract big companies and people who want to help. And I was always positive person, and now I think if I need a track today, then I will have it today. And if I need, I can say we need 10,000 euro to buy baby food, and I can like inspire people and big company to do that. That's why we can help a lot.
That's
So
great. And so, what is the best way that people can help? Uh, should they go on your Instagram, the Help Ukraine NL, the one that I shared? I'll post it again.
yes,
Um,
so if depending which if it's companies or if it's just single person, the companies now can help more, yeah, because the sources from uh, normal people, yes, they are like finishing with soon will be no, they are exhausted. I mean that they can help somehow, but we understand that this help is like good but not enough, unfortunately, in this situation. So I now I ask everyone if you can buy food and medicine. Food and medicine is the most the high priority now, unfortunately. Uh, and so food and medicine can buy or people or big company can provide it. And I ask people not so they can buy and it will be nice. But if they work in a big company, they can go to the directors and to the main managers and say that situation is awful, and if our company can help and or they can buy product by themselves and bring it to us. They can donate money and we buy it and show all reports and what we buy for this money. We can buy it directly in Poland on or here, depending is it medicine or food, because medicine we mostly buy here, food we buy there, because in Poland we still there are still a lot of goods. So now it actually doesn't matter how you can help, but you should know that food and medicine is the priority for people.
and so, from the United States, where we are, food and medicine probably won't be an option. Well, especially food, but
From
probably
US, yeah,
financial help.
we have PayPal, and they can no, many
PayPal. Okay.
yeah many
Do you
people who
mind
follow
sharing?
me.
Do you mind? Sorry to interrupt you. Do you mind sharing your email address connected to the
Yes,
PayPal?
I
So
can make it right now.
yes, and I'll post it on the screen because PayPal would be very easy to
Yeah, I
use.
have some
And
US friends, and they asked me and said, uh, gmail.com. Peacock Dream Design, gmail.com. Yes. This is
very
connected to PayPal. And now I'm asking, like, I know that we can, all people can gathering together and help, but if we go to the big companies which can provide real help, then we will do the most what we can do. We have big companies here, and Ukrainian people work here in companies. So I ask them, and many people already did it. So I don't want to say that we don't have help. Yes, but I see that after 2 weeks of suffering, people already tired. They want to relax. They want to go. We have spring now in Netherlands, so many people already think, okay, I'm done what I could do, and I will go and have fun. And I'm of course I want life continue. I want people have fun, but if you still can help, we
yes.
need it.
And you mentioned you have part of your family with you and part back home. Uh, they decided not to leave, or you just couldn't
Um,
take them?
my father, he is already not, so he's older than this army age, and he decided to stay. Unfortunately, my mother died 1.5 years ago because of coronavirus. Until that time, he didn't recover, and he's just told me that, yeah, he doesn't want to leave and he will stay there. And it's difficult, but I accept his point of view, and I understand that live without a mother in a new country, for him it will be too much. Yeah, so I
And he
hope.
has a place to hide, or he's still in Kiev, right?
Yeah, he. I want to say like direct about his address. Yeah, so it's not smart right now, but yeah, he has a home, and that home still now in safe. But yeah, we all understand that we don't know. Is it question of time, or it will be still safe? And yeah, and
And the other part of your family that came, they came through Poland. I'm assuming they took the train like many other people and went to Poland first, correct?
Yeah, they came by car, and because the train is very full, and it's like you need to be to fighting for to take a place in train. So they go. The husband of my sister, he brought. So my sister and her two child, the children, they came to me, and his father brought them to border, and from the border I coordinate all the their how to say transfer, because they was afraid to go through new cities, countries, so they are not so experienced in traveling at all. And I helped them, so I found the people who met them and who took them from border, placed him in apartment for a few nights, then go to Amsterdam by car. And I still have family there, my sister, and she's on the 7 months of pregnancy now, and she's have not very good condition to travel. So and this is difficult situation, because she don't know what is better to go and to have this travel for 5 days, and she not sure that she can like um, how to handle it. Yeah, so and stay in Ukraine, it's also very dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming a lot of people in that situation, and that's why they stay behind, which is extremely difficult. And are you able to? So, when you send goods to Poland, from Poland, who brings them to Kiev? Isn't it dangerous? Do they let people in through the border?
Yes, you can't cross, like not everyone can cross. You should have access, and there is official or army official organization or volunteer official organization who has documents where they for what they take these goods, and all goods should be packaging in the right way, should be documents, and we in Amsterdam we do all this job. We by our cars we delivered it to Poland in Szczecin. Szczecin is a city where is our another big volunteer center, and we found it, we check it, and we know how they work. So we provide goods to their center, and they from Poland, they have connection with Ukraine, and they receive all official documents, and then they send it to Ukraine, and they have this all this official documents and how to say organization in Ukraine, and they was providing goods to Nikolaev. It's Nikolaev region with it was bombed, and it was one of the first city which need to be protected, so they shipped a lot of send a lot of goods there. Now they send the goods to Kiev, and before it was also Kharkiv. Now they ship it to Kiev, and also they ship it, send it to another city which is not in dangerous now, but in that cities there are a lot children and people who came to this more safety regions, and they live there, and we supply with the food and medicine that regions which is not in the fight, not how to say, in the middle of the fight right now, but there is a hub where they can have food, like warm I don't know, like meals, etc. So we supply people who really in the shelter, in the back undergrounds, but also we provide food for them where they can now hide.
Yeah, I was speaking earlier with Victoria and also my previous guest, and I asked from outside, from the States, and I follow the news, but it seemed sudden. We didn't know that it was going to happen. Did you know, or did you had a sense that it was going to happen, so you can prepare, or your family can prepare, or they just didn't believe that that
They
would come?
didn't believe. No, many people could. It wasn't official like sources which tell about that, but I have friends from different, how to say, levels of closer to politics or something like that. So they are not politicians, but they knew something. And one of our friends told us that if I have a family in Ukraine, I should immediately ask them to leave or go to vacation or somewhere. And I was called my family, and I said, right now you should go, and it's important, you don't understand, you should take any like money, documents, and just now leave it. And it was like around 1 week before it started, so they could leave, and my father and the husband of my sister, they could take a flight somewhere to me or in any other country, and didn't suffer from that stress. Yeah. But they don't believe didn't believe me. Yeah, they think that they say, okay, maybe they will discuss something, blah blah blah, and then so of course, yeah, it's I even now it's yeah, difficult to imagine that. Yeah, I actually, it's very hard to talk about politics because this is something that I can't, I mean, do. And I don't want to spread hate, or I don't want to spread bad words. I'm very peaceful, and I'm always ask about peace and love everyone. Yeah. And I understand if we will send hate words to each other, we won't make situation better. So
And in the end of the day, only innocent people suffer.
yeah,
So
we even if we know something, that people didn't believe it, and many people it was, no, I mean, my father, it was his choice to not leave. Yeah, so many people stayed there, and they feel more I don't know, in my opinion, if I can run from the war, I would run. But many people think that they have to stay, that this their country, and I respect their vision. Yeah, we all different, and for me, it's more important to have my sister and her children in safe place, and they will have future. It maybe will be very hard, but still, it's future, and it's better to be alive than be right, in my opinion. But if we have only people like me, then maybe it can be even worse. So we should respect all people who stay there and fight. It's very, yeah, I think they're sane if they decide
yeah.
that.
And just one last question. You mentioned the military age. What is that age in Ukraine? I'm
Military
assuming.
age from I guess no, it's from 18 for sure. Start from 18, and I'm not sure till 60 or around that.
So are men allowed to leave now, or
No,
it's their
no,
choice?
no.
No.
Only if I heard if you have 3 children, then you're allowed to leave. And if you have some like health problem, like seriously, like what is I don't invalid,
Yeah. Yes.
yeah,
Handicap.
yes, then
Yes.
they can leave, of course. But I believe somehow can cross the border if
Mm.
if they really want it. Yeah, but many people who, no, I mean, I call some of my friends or husbands of my. So I have friends, girlfriends there, and their husbands they don't want to leave,
Hmm.
if,
And
even if
women are allowed to leave, even if they don't
yes,
have children with them. They're allowed to leave.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I'm sharing all the links for everyone who wants to donate, and I'm assuming this is the best way, the financial help, especially from um,
Financial and
states.
if yeah, a lot of people have extraordinary skills, I believe, and I believe in I mean, I'm a person who believe not in only in material world, but also in spiritual world. So if you have any extraordinary skills, I beg you to think and spread your positive spirit and ask universe to help us, because we need miracle. I'm and I'm not joking, because I believe in miracle, and I think that if all of us will think hard about positive finish of every all of this, then it's possible to make it real. Yeah, so you can laugh on me, but I ask you, if you have any extraordinary skills, I wouldn't say what it is you have. You, if people know it, they know it. So just think that everything make visualization, that everything finished in the best way for everyone and in the shortest way.
Yes, yes. We pray, and then, well, of course, the universe would provide when we send our
We
thoughts and
never know
blessings.
how it will start, how
Yeah.
it starts or how it finishes, and we shouldn't know how. We just need to think that it will finish soon and in the best way. And if people scare, I mean that if people feel bad, they don't choose to. So many people believe in the bad, no, how say, um,
The end result, or the end.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
they're afraid of
Yeah.
it and they believe in it. But we don't know. You don't know how it's finished and you don't know how it's ends. Yes. So why don't you believe in good end, please?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I love your positive spirit. And I guess in a times like that, we have to be like that, because otherwise we'll be paralyzed from fear and not able to really help and use our full resources when
Hmm.
we're in that negative spiral thinking. But Irina,
Also,
thank you so much. And if you
yeah.
want to share something, yes, last words, please do so.
Yeah, I want. Unfortunately, many people die. Yeah, it's true, and we can't just close our eyes on it. But I hope that it will be not for nothing. Yeah. So if we should suffering, I want all the whole world will see on our example that it's something that we need to stop and never start it again. So if the countries and politicals have their financial goals or I know power goals, then I beg you to watch what you are doing and never, even if you not how to say, in contact with all of this, just don't start it in your country. You never win of this, and just I know that every you can find peaceful way to have everything what you need. I believe that people can have money, power, but it can be rich in a peaceful way. So I and even you simple people, if you think how to go to your goal, always think that you can reach it in the peaceful, loving way. and caring to each other.
Thank you so much. That is a great message. And thank you so much for your time, and wishing you all the best.
Thank you. And thank you for this, to showing people another reality. And I believe that we need to spread this information, and many people can learn and see these lessons. And I wish no one will face with any difficult situation, but yeah, you can learn watching
Yes.
how we survive and learn not to do uh, the same.
Not to let history repeat itself.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
I believe that after this we go through difficult but transformation, and after this transformation we will become more better and no beautiful inside, happier. This is hard to believe right now, but everything has this reason, and I don't know why, but we and my country have to go through it. But I believe that in the end, we will build the better country, and our spirits will be much higher. And now we all the whole world are praying for us, and it's very
Yeah.
important to see this support.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much, and wishing you great luck. Bye for now.
Thank you.